Welcome to Dirty 20 Gaming. My name is Bison, and tonight we're going to be playing some Cyberpunk Red. Welcome to Carnage Heights.
Welcome to Dirty 20 Gaming.
These wonderful people are brave enough to join me. We will start with the image of Red Death.
Hello, I am the Scarred Adventurer. If I'm not here, you will find me hopefully soon coming Wednesdays as Fane/Samson. You will see me Thursdays as Lucas Alexander Warcrest. And on Sundays, you will see me running my game Vessin the Devil You Know and torturing my players with the weirdest stuff. Because you'd think it's the horror stuff that would get them. No, it's the fact I bring Obi into the game. Anyways. With that, otherwise, I do some wonderful work with Tangor Productions, and I'm really happy and thrilled to be doing that at it all the time. But I think that's everything I've got.
Okay. Next, we will go. Actually, speaking of Tangor Productions, we'll go with Sarah. Magic.
All right. Hey y'all. My name is Sarah. You can find me over at Tangor Productions, like what was already said. Working on some stuff that is actually going to be coming out later this year. Yeah. Really super excited about that. That's going to be really cool when it finally does. Otherwise, if you want to see me on this channel, I am here on Tuesdays playing Magic, Wednesdays when that game comes back as Crimson Rave, Thursday as the DM for the Fool's Gold campaign, King's Pyrite, and the Sunday game as Lily O'Connell.
And next, we'll go with Shane.
Hello, everybody. I am Shadow, also known as the True Shadowmancer. I've been playing Shane the Nomad on these evenings, Tuesdays nights. When it returns, I'm the narrator for the Wednesday night game there as well. I hear all of the hints everybody is throwing at me. Unfortunately, the return time may be delayed because in the next couple months, I will be more than likely forcibly removing myself to another location in this state. So, a little bit of a delay there, but we will get back to it eventually.
Not trying to drop hints, just looking forward to it.
I'm being passive aggressive.
Yeah.
To myself.
Yeah.
I am also the founder and primary artisan for Shadowcast Designs. The website will be live soon. It's almost ready. I'm just having a little bit of trouble getting the shipping rates to process correctly. So once that's all up and ready to go, the website will be shadowcastdesigns.com. Come see the lovely epoxy resin RPG accessories that I have been making, such as dice boxes and candle holders, coins, all kinds of neat little goodies for your tabletop games and LARP games.
And lastly, we have Exit.
Hi, I'm Ruth. Oh, sorry. I existed and my shoulder cracked and ow. Hypermobility issues. Hi, I'm Ruth. You can find me here today's as in Tuesdays. Get it? Can I start over? This happens every time. I know what I'm gonna say and then I start saying it. Yeah, you can find me here Tuesdays as Exit, Wednesdays when that comes back again, as has been said, not hinting at anything, just excited for when it comes back. And Sundays as Anya. Otherwise, I really got nothing else going on other than the fact that I dropped off a bunch of resumes today, but that's
life.
that's about it.
Yeah. lastly, again, I am Bison Stonefist. I am a regular contributor on this channel. I'm here 4 nights a week. Thursdays I play Encino, our Dragonborn Paladin on the Fool's Gold campaign. Hopefully he'll still be alive at the end of this week. We'll see. We pissed off Godzilla. On Saturday, for a complete change in space and everything, on Saturday I play Sid Brimlock, our engineer in the necrobiotic radio drama Dead to Rights. He's currently looking at trying to start a business. It's a little, that's what I'm looking for. Not how the game started. Start to say it that way. And on Mondays, I play Jack. I got Ghosts in my Blood Aldridge on our Buffy the Vampire Slayer TTRPG game, Grave New World. That show is a riot. We just got to piss off my boss, and I punched my brother-in-law. So, Cyberpunk Red is what we're playing tonight. That was written by Mike Pondsmith and is published by R. Talsorian Games. Our VTT currently is roll 20. Character art is done through Hero Forge and or Scarred's Fingers. Pixabay is where we got the background images, and we can thank our resident artist Thunderscape 7 for making it background art. All the boring stuff out of the way, let's get back to the show. Speaking of back to, you guys were heading back to the Nomad camp after filming your little propaganda piece in the middle of the desert. I just realized I completely forgot to write stuff for this section. I got the next scene figured out, but you guys were thinking about heading back into town. You do have to pick up Red Death because he wasn't with you for the little movie. As you do head back to the camp, Kraken falls asleep in the back of Sheila. Clearly the moonshine has hit that stage in the and it's working its way through Kraken's body, and he's taking a little bit of a whiskey nap. Rolling into the camp, it was kind of like your last. Oh, sorry, Red Death. I forgot to put anything in here for you. I completely brain farted on who's here and who wasn't. So everyone assumed you went off somewhere this morning, but in fact, for the first time in a long time, you just simply flat out slept in.
Ah, that's nice.
And when you woke up, everybody was gone, or Magic, Exit, Shane, and Kraken were gone. And you kind of spent the afternoon basically you caught the attention of some nomad teenagers, and you spent a couple hours teaching them to shoot and showing them your cool chainsaw arm.
Okay. I would have likely smacked a few of them in the head a few times, going, "Stop pointing at each other."
When that happens, inevitably, because it does, of course, you hear the chuckle of a few older nomads as they're just sort of sitting there watching, drinking beers.
Yeah. We move, and as people start returning, it'll be, and next time we'll move on to moving targets as opposed to stationary ones. Sound good?
Whoa, he's gonna teach us more? This guy is so cool.
It's better that you know how to shoot in Night City, or the perimeter of Night City. It's just better to know how to shoot.
Yeah, you basically got a little fan club.
Yes, they're the Deathlamites.
So as Sheila sort of comes back in, there's a little bit of wariness initially because, well, she's been all shivved up, and then they realize, oh wait, that's the same truck that's been here for a week. You know, so they see you come back. What are your plans?
Plan number one is to get this crap off of Sheila so she no longer looks like a Mad Max reject.
It's mostly rusted metal that's been spot welded in spots that are easy to buff out.
Plan number two is to make sure that Kraken hasn't turned Sheila into a urinal in his sleep.
His bladder is intact. And Sheila's dignity is as well.
Good, I didn't want to have to kick him. My next plan is to strip the radio and communication components out of Coltrane's vehicle. I think we were in the process of doing that so we could try and trace where they came from. But
You guys took all the cameras out.
okay. What it comes down to is since my moto went up recently, I'm going to upgrade Sheila with a full communication suite. I'm going to use Roscoe's, or sorry, Coltrane's to do it.
Okay. With that, I'm actually going to say that because it's part of your life roll, I'm not going to ask for a roll or anything. Basically, you kind of display your intent around one of the local or one of the clan gearheads, and he spends the next couple of hours with you getting it installed and uninstalling it from the cop car. That you guys brought in 2 vehicles. The one that was busted is now on blocks. The little shitty one that you guys had. And the other cop car is currently in the process of being utterly dismantled. Like maybe they're basically going to scrap it down to the frame and then work their way back up.
I mean, technically, we brought in 3 if you include the ambulance, the 2 cop vehicles, but
Well,
yeah, parts are
they're
parts.
the one that you're working on is the one that's the least
Right.
worked on, I guess. They're practically keeping the ambulance as is. And they always need a triage truck.
That's Marcus's call there. It's
Mhm.
all part and parcel.
Yeah.
Like Sheila going and
Okay.
find Steve.
Sorry, what was that?
We got to find Steve.
Yeah.
And the last place that I know that he was at is probably a panicked crime zone by now. But based on what he has done, I have a feeling if we go back to the club, we may find him or at least clues of where he's going next.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys? Magic, do you have any business in the camp still?
Not really. She needs to find Steve. Pretty much. That's really what her mind is on. That and avoiding talking to anybody else in the group, but um and then she has another thought of something she may need to do later. She doesn't know if it's necessary quite yet.
Okay. Red Death?
Sorry, I had to cough.
My timing.
I think a lot of what Red's doing after kind of gathering a bit of what's going on and understanding they're going for Steve. To grab Steve, is just kind of filling up on ammunition, trying to find, talking to people at the camp, and getting them some, getting the group some non-lethal options as well.
Okay.
Like just talking to the nomad camp and seeing what they have available and what.
Yeah, it's mostly a variety of, well, melee weapons. When you say non-lethal options in Night City, you kind of get a look because
Do
it's
you want Steve dead?
um we got rubber bullets. I'm not sure if that's gonna stop him though. If
It'll at least piss
rumors
him
were
off
here,
enough.
um,
That we're gonna need something to shut his cybernetics down.
I have that.
good enough shock will do it.
What, a microwaver?
It might not shut him down, but there's a lot going on Steve that's chrome. You know,
All right.
when Steve and Big Red get hurt, they close the curtains before they start working. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to talk him in.
Yeah. Just hand me that microwave, a fork, and
You little, we'll just shove him in.
just a few guns and rounds for everyone else.
Okay. What size caliber are you looking for? Medium, heavy, very heavy?
I'm going to look to everyone else and go, it's Christmas. Come on, get your stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you guys each got 1,000 credits from Marcus as a payoff for it's basically the difference between you guys bringing in 3 vehicles, them working on you guys for a week, food and lodging. You got this whole itemized bill, and it's like 2 columns of pluses and minuses, and it comes out to each one of you gets 1,000 eddies.
All right. Red will also have tried to likely have borrowed or rented, more to say, a bow and arrow to hunt things and to see if there's anything worth hunting to
Okay.
help keep their food overhead a little lower. But he'll have returned it.
Okay.
I'm not asking for that in the stats. I'm just
No worries.
That does.
saying that is a flavorful thing.
I've either got to repair or replace my long coat.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Probably one of the first things Exit is doing is she's gonna walk to like the med techs
Mhm.
and just gonna see if she can get some help with her ribs.
To fix your ribs, it will be 100 eddies, and they give you that don't work yourself kind of look. It's like, you're gonna waste our time if you hurt yourself. Because if you do take damage or do anything strenuous, you will re-break those ribs.
Mhm.
For for Shane, it's gonna be $10 to repair your long coat. And they can fix that for you real easy.
Oh,
Wow.
well,
But for pistols, if you're looking for,
Red has enough rounds of both rubber and non-rubber.
yeah,
He's not worried. He's more My friends are squishy.
Yeah. If you want they're both, huh? Heavy and very heavy pistols are both 100 eddies apiece. The
Okay.
very heavy is like 50 cal.
Yeah,
Big
but you can only
round
get one shot off per round.
Yeah. Heavy pistol is
That's the
3D
trade-off.
Yeah, 3d6, but you can fire twice.
Yep.
You've got a pistol, don't you already?
Oh, I've got a heavy pistol and I've got a rifle,
Okay.
and I have rounds for both.
Anybody else looking to purchase a weapon of some sort, or you're good?
Do you have something in the medium pistol range?
Uh, yeah. As I just closed the table.
I am sorry.
No, that's okay. That's more me reflexively. Also 100 eddies.
Okay.
Oh, no, medium's 50. My bad.
Okay. Red's going to buy one of those, hand it to Magic, and go, "You're going to learn to shoot this."
I have a gun.
She holds it out. It's the exact same model, just in a different color.
Damn it. Well, now you have two. One's bright pink.
Hate pink.
See, it's like Red Death. You're Pink Death. It doesn't work out. No, I'm terrible at this.
It's
I'm so sorry.
Pepto-Bismol pink.
Is this just another medium pistol?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called the Pink Comatose. The pink short-term sleep. I don't know, something that is less deathy, but still. I can't come up with any good puns right now. I'm sorry. I failed you all.
Oh no. Scarred adventurer cannot pun. The end of the world has come.
Not you're a poet and you didn't know it.
Longfellow. All right, so you guys all pile back into Sheila. Kraken has literally not moved. You don't know how he's done it, Shane, but like physically, there has not been any movement. If he had been there, if he's sitting there for long enough, there'd be a dirt outline.
Should we keep him in the car if he's so spacey?
I don't want to impose any more on Marcus's hospitality.
Yeah, you're right. We could also just throw him on the road and he'll get his way back to our house eventually. He always does.
At least if he's in Sheila, we know where he is. We can keep an eye on him. And if he starts withdrawing, we can get him to a med tech.
All right.
He's been chipped. You can track him. I found him at the NCP at SPCA. So yeah, you guys head back onto the road.
You chipped him, I chipped him. Oh man, he's got like 7 of those floating around him somewhere.
His neck develops an armor value from all the times he's been chipped in the same spot. Anyways, so the checkpoint heading into town, it normally is just sort of a basic, handshake and a smile. Coming in Night City is usually a little bit difficult. Shane, you start to slow down once you realize that there are recently wrecked vehicles pushed off to the side of the road. Looking down the road, you see there are several very large Night City police vehicles and 4 or 5 cops with assault rifles. They seem to be waiting.
You're gonna have an easier time without me in the car, right?
As long as you behave yourself, we should be fine.
As you approach, you see a billboard that had been unlit flicker back to life, and it's got a giant picture of your face and an archived footage of Sheila from that Dallas run a few years back.
This is going to be a problem.
You know, it feels refreshing not being the one being hunted at this exact moment
Well,
or watched out for.
Should exit arrive?
here's the
Do
problem.
the talking?
The reason my face and Sheila are up there is because of what you did to Coltrane.
Hmm.
So let's keep the bloodlust under control, shall we?
I'm not always like that.
Sheila, give me an alternate route into Night City.
Roll me local expert, which is an education. Exit, roll me that as well.
Would that include my lore of the roads?
Yeah, that's the because for exit it's her local knowledge of Night
Okay,
City.
local expert. Okay.
Yeah, and then
Where is
you-
that?
It's an education. It's underneath the languages. You should have local expert Night City.
Um, I may have forgot to put that in.
I see that. Um. Okay, so something you got at a +2. That doesn't help. Okay, so we're just gonna throw that in there real quick. Local expert, Night City at 2, and those. All right, now you do.
Mm,
All right. Exit, you can't think of anything, but Sheila pings up a old smuggling route you haven't used in a long time. It's a bit out of the way, but if you turn now, the cops probably won't see you.
Then let's turn.
Okay, give me a stealth roll, please.
Driving casualty.
Body, and then add your moto to it.
All right, so this will be adding 6. Oh,
You rolled a 4, but gets a 10. Which is, good enough. The path that Sheila has chosen for you is a literal hole in the wall. Part of the new Westbrook defense perimeter, this breach was formed during the dying days of the Fourth Corporate War by retreating Militech forces, and overlooked thanks to a substantial bribe placed by well-connected nomads. You know about it, but like I said, it's been a very long time since you've used it. Most of your runs don't need that level of security to get in Night City. Everybody in the vehicle, please give me an awareness perception check. Magic is focusing on what's inside the vehicle with a 7.
Awareness perception?
Yeah. And yes, exit. If you paid the 100 eddies, then I just need awareness perception from you.
yes, sorry. I was trying to.
No, I get it. Multitask.
Yeah. Also, I did pay the 100 eddies.
Okay.
Okay, awareness perception. Do. Oh, 20.
Yeah, it's Shane doesn't it, despite the fact that he's been there before, Shane doesn't see it before noticing or before coming up on it. It's painted to look like part of the wall, like from a distance. Like all of the matches the shadows, it matches the toning of the sort of blackish gray metal. And even at this distance, it looks like a trick of the light. It's only when you get within a few dozen meters that the geometry of the actual
Guys, level 6
fortification-
auger.
No, it's only level 5. Sorry, dude. It's only when you get within a few dozen meters that the geometry of the actual fortification starts to take shape. And even then, it almost hurts the eyes. As you sort of park just a little bit outside it, it appears abandoned almost. Canvas flapping in the wind, and okay, we have a couple BRBs. Canvas flapping in the wind, and completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, basically it looks abandoned. You don't see anybody. What do you do?
Well, since I haven't noticed it, I'm going to continue my cautious drive.
Yeah, you almost crash into it. Like it's one of those things, like you get within, about
Guys,
20 feet, and you're just like, it's there.
What the hell?
It didn't look like this the last time you were here.
Any
Sorry, I got so frazzled I would have mentioned it.
I have no idea whether or not I saw it.
Sorry, I can just see Red Death in the back doing the dog head tilt. And maybe if I hold my head different, I can see it.
I mean, that's what I do in real life, so yes.
Any sort of activity going on around it, or
Give me an observation check. Sorry, awareness perception. Observation's a really old skill. 18.
Can I give not I'm just because of the area we're in, can I give a kind of a no, it would be an awareness
Could I
perception
help?
roll for no, conceal reveal object for people. Like if
Yeah,
there's someone hiding.
Give me a reveal object check.
Yeah, it's worse than any of the other ones, but still it makes sense.
both of us?
11.
No, Shane, you don't see anything as much as you feel it. Something's off.
Can I try to help?
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check. 19.
Check behind me.
Check behind you. You don't see anything. It's quiet.
Oh, last thing I'm going to ask.
And-
With an 11, I don't think I'm likely to see it, but would I get any advantage? Not an advantage like roll again, but like extra points for turning on infrared or anything like that, like heat signature.
Give me another roll then.
Okay.
Was Magic told at all about what's going on?
Well, Sheila comes to
14.
stop.
Yeah, Sheila came to a complete stop, and everybody starts like looking
you
suspiciously.
told us to organize.
Can I hear anything?
Can
What you do hear is mostly just wind.
Okay.
With the infrared sensors on your mask there, Red Death, there's heat signatures. There's one right in front of the concrete barrier that you're standing in front of.
Okay, I'm actually gonna get out of the car and knock on the concrete barrier.
What are you
Sorry, what magic?
just as he's getting out? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm either going to get us in through the wall, or I'm going to get us shot by scavs.
When you go over to the concrete barrier and you peek over, you see it's a heating unit giving off a signature.
I feel like I'm in a trap.
As you say that,
I say that out loud.
yeah, just literally, I feel like I'm in a trap. As you say that, a bit farther in, you see a body fall over. It looks like nomad colors from here, but you can't tell.
It looks like nomad. Does it look like the nomad colors of the wonderful friends we've just made,
Um,
or a different nomadic tribe?
y-
That's not the word for it, but that's
yeah, a tribe is effective. Clan, gang. There's a lot of
Can I
different
see
things that ends in
anything?
clan. Sorry.
Can I see anything?
You notice from your vantage point in the truck, because it's a little higher up, you can tell it's not Kincaid, but that's all you can tell. Scarred, it does, or Red Death, it does not give off a heat signature.
yeah. The stupid part of me that is kind of the walk into the trap, spring it before everyone else gets into it, is playing in my brain.
Do you approach the body?
Uh,
It wasn't clear to
from
me.
where I am, it's the tunnel, right?
It's not actually in the tunnel. There's kind of like a little almost settlement outside the tunnel. It's like a couple of okay, I'm gonna use it is the best way I can describe it is it looks like a bandit camp from Borderlands. There's a collection of boxes, crates, containers, poles and tarps.
Yeah, then with one hand, with his with his gun in one hand and the sword in the other hand, he's kind of clanging them together as he's walking towards the body that fell.
Yeah. Sorry, Shane was gonna say something.
It wasn't clear for me the description. Is there room to drive Sheila forward?
If you move around a little bit, it's like one of those things that you're just kind of like expected to kind of stop at and then talk to somebody and then go around.
Okay.
There is a clear path for vehicles.
Lance,
Yeah,
let's walk the vehicle path. You take point.
sounds good.
I'll follow behind in Sheila. Everybody stay in Sheila. And be ready for me to have to hit the gas suddenly.
Yeah, I'll jump out of the way or onto your truck. Either way.
Exit kind of wraps her arm around her chest. Just in case. This, like, she's bracing herself for the speed up so she doesn't jostle heavily.
Sorry,
Sorry. Magic seeing Exit do that, she'll actually, I can't believe she's gonna do this. She's gonna take off her jacket, roll it up for her, and offer it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ginger, I did pick up my.
We need to take care of each other.
We do.
The urge to sing "Warriors Come Out to Play" so strong.
Who's
Okay.
riding a shotgun?
That's a good question. Who is in shotgun?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. She called dibs.
Like permanent dibs.
Because Exit doesn't ride bitch. She's either driving or in shotgun.
Okay, exit that control panel there. First switch arms all the ejection seats, and each next button will launch an ejection seat if needed. Emergencies only.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, so as you come forward or head forward, it's again eerily quiet, as all you can hear is the sound of tires,
I am still
driving.
clanging the sword and
Yeah,
gun
and
together.
then clanging. We make him walk because he farts. Sorry, now I'm just seeing like various like Weekend at Bernie's type things. He's just being held up by ropes. Uh
Oh, and since we now have it in Sheila, I got the scanner on. I'm looking for any kind of signal.
the only signal you get the NCPD police scanner, because of course you left that channel open one way. Because you don't want to give Red Death an excuse to do what he did last time twice.
I need to do it again. I just,
You totally do it again.
I might.
And the other one is like a local radio station playing some really weird pre-crash country.
All right, we'll keep listening just in case.
Yeah.
Magic, we might be in range for you to upload that video.
Not quite, not on this side of the wall.
Okay.
Do I have something for that? Like I don't remember what I have in my actual. I have a radio scanner.
Yeah, yours is like a smaller, like more handheld one. His is based in the truck. It's got an extra,
Yeah, but
however
she'd be
many
using
tons.
that to see when she gets signal for the city so that she can put out the video.
Oh, okay.
And Exit's got bug detection. Like any listening devices nearby, like 2 yards.
Red is just watching infrared and heat signatures.
You get about halfway through when Red Death, you start noticing some of the heat signatures are moving. It's still behind steel. Like it's what clearly used to be a old Burger Baron advertisement that's been painted and dazzled to kind of disappear the outline.
Okay.
And when that happens, you hear the clicking of rifles and a whole bunch of beads being placed on your chest.
Yeah. Red is going to very openly say, in kind of a loud way, he's kind of doing the intimidate thing again.
Okay.
Which may or may not work. Which is, of course, he's just going, anyone who leaves now, anyone who leaves now won't be followed and will not be attacked. Those of you who do pull the trigger will lose your fingers.
We
It's
pull the
decision
trigger,
time.
we won't move it. We won't lose anything, Jumba.
How confident are you against a cyber psycho?
Roll me a d10 and add 5.
Okay. Uh, 12.
Yeah. There's a very tense moment and it seems to drag on forever. Nobody's moving. Nobody's really just one man with a sword and a pistol staring
Oh, he's
down.
never stopped. He's never stopped moving either.
Yeah.
He's just trudging forward.
And in that moment, Red Death, you get a flash, an old memory that you forgot, where you did this exact same thing, except instead of a bunch of nomads with bootleg AK-47s, it was a squad of Arasaka corporate security, and you still scared them off. Like, it was such a memory, like you could feel the rain on your skin.
Yeah. And with that added information of bootleg AK-47s, there's also the confidence he's walking forward with, and kind of just a little under his breath, but not actually under his breath. Something that sounds like an aside to himself, which is just, and they think their guns won't jam either.
Can we hear the conversation?
Yeah, you guys heard the yelling. You definitely heard Red Death's proclamation. Just when you think the tension's about to snap, you hear a sharp whistle from atop one of the scaffolds. That's enough showing off, Jumbaz. We get the picture. A voice booms from above as a man clad heel to toe in coats, scarves, belts, pockets, kind of looks like the coat rack at a house party, as he rappels down, heel on a kind of, you know, like a pirate coming down the mast.
Yeah.
He makes his way down and sort of walks up to the group, and he's like, "Greetings, I am the Highway. Let's talk biz."
Do I recognize his colors?
You recognize him. The Highway is one of the best smugglers that has ever smuggled anything in and out of Night City. You've heard tales about him doing, like, counting coup with with like one of the richest person in Night City's erudite Excalibur. He took his car, or that he took their car. Like, just, this guy is like a legend. No one's ever seen his face. They only know the coats.
Come to a stop.
Red
Courtesy.
has also put his weapon away as soon as he goes, "They're not going to shoot at me."
Only unless you enter the tunnel, my friend.
Oh, he doesn't say they're not going to shoot at me. Just Red kind of smiles to himself, puts his sword on his back, and holsters his gun. Is what I mean. Just,
yeah.
He doesn't think he's going to be shot at.
Yeah, no, it's, you called their bluff. So, and he kind of like comes up to the side of the driver's side, and he's like,
Oh, as I said, as a courtesy, I've already gotten out of Sheila.
mm-hmm. He doesn't shake your hand, but he comes up to you and he's like, "What's the cargo?"
We are the cargo.
Kind of looks. How many bodies?
5.
And what's the destination?
Other side of the wall. Got some,
Carnage Heights.
got some business in old Japantown.
Carnage Heights is a dangerous place. A little expensive. It'll be 500 each, and an extra 3 for the truck.
What
People
if
smuggle.
Bit
we
stiff,
cut a deal?
highwayman.
Sorry, I didn't catch what Exit said.
What if you cut us a deal?
Roll me haggle.
Don't fuck me. 19.
19. I need to learn a spell. Let's see how he does. Where are we here? Yeah, I did that. That's good enough. Right, where was it? I just looked at it.
Whoops.
All right. He takes the 300 off for Sheila. And he's like,
leads back towards the town, I think.
and he's like, 400 each. Because I said fiver first, right? Yeah.
Correct.
400 each. You lot are wanted. And he points to Red Death. And a little birdie told me you shot a road marshal.
I think these little birdies are talking too much.
Everybody talks. You just throw enough birdseed. And they'll chirp.
What if I do 200 in the job?
Ooh.
Just me, though.
I could,
I mean, me do the job, not them do the job. I'm happy to take discount for as many people as possible.
Sorry, Magic, you were going to say something?
Magic is going to hop out of the car because this could be the person that if she could get. And I'm just gonna roll this. She's
Roll.
effectively just seeing who here is like a fan of hers as she's getting out.
You hear you hear a gasp, at least one. Exit hears more than one. You can't give me a what is that one called? My brain. Wow, I completely brained out.
I'm looking.
Social human perception. Thank you.
Okay. 17.
17, another good roll. You don't catch anything off the highway, but you definitely hear some movement or notice some movement around his help. They're even on the wall. You've got fans.
I may not be anyone big, but I do have connections and I have a little bit of fame. Maybe I might be able to help you all.
The highway. You hear a chuckle coming from beneath the scarves. In my business, you don't want fame.
Not fame, but good graces. I mean, I can tell stories however I need to.
I've got plenty of graces, but your friend offering work, that's got my attention. I do have a job. I got a package. I want to move into Old Japantown. We're heading you that way. You get this package the rest of the way, and we'll be in touch. 200 apiece. The drunk in the back goes free.
What's the package?
Doesn't matter.
I pay you to deliver. You know how this works.
I need to
Red's
know.
already taken the package.
He's just like, it's not kids, it's not drugs.
I need to know how I'm moving it. I don't need to know exactly what it is, but I need to know
And
how.
he snaps his fingers. Does the package have a name? He snaps his fingers, and within a few seconds, someone comes up with a sealed briefcase. It's got big fancy lock on it. You just need to drop this off in a lobby.
Which one?
Giraffe Corps Japantown offices.
Done.
Don't get caught. Easy money.
We got a deal.
Exit's already handed the 200 over.
Yeah.
Magic has as well.
Red just looks in the general direction and the money is transferred.
Yeah. And Shane?
Shane holds out his creds,
Pleasure doing business with you.
holds his hand out for the briefcase.
He hands it to you. We never talked.
We were never here.
I don't even know who you guys are.
Perfect.
I mean, genuinely, I don't. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Before Magic gets in, she'll just look around and do her signature like move and get back into the car.
As you take the step up to get into Sheila, you hear a whistle from behind you.
Great.
And
What?
while they're doing that, I'll go into the camper and open up the smuggling compartment and put the briefcase into it.
When you open up the camper compartment, you hear a kind of a mumble from Kraken. You see him. He again. You think he's moved because he's like sitting out the window, but he's still passed out. Like he's moved, but he's still passed out. It's the weirdest thing. Doesn't make a sound as you clunk clunk, boom boom boom, all the sounds things make when they're being stuffed into secret compartments. When you get back in the vehicle and you start driving into the tunnel, it's pitch black. Even with Red Death's
I have low light. I have everything.
yeah, even with Red Death, like you can see, but you can also tell that it's being artificially darkened. Like there's light absorbing materials into the walls. It's like driving down with your eyes closed. Except there's even less light somehow. The only thing you get are the big beams from Sheila's headlights. It's creepy. There's no garbage. There's no kind of hard to see. Just everything's deafened somehow. You do occasionally come across, there's two spots near the middle where there is an obvious fortification. But as to where the people manning those fortifications are, you have no idea. You drive for probably about 20 minutes, far longer than you would assume from the size of the defensive perimeter and where you are. When you do finally get out, got you up here on the map still, you are way the hell up here. You guys got in like here. Like
Oh, so we're in New
literally-
Westbrook.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys pull out of a tunnel under a bridge behind a deceptively light pile of garbage. Shane actually bumps it with the front bumper of the truck, and it kind of swings open. You pull out under the culvert, and you don't even hear or see anybody close it, but it's already shut and looks like part of the landscape again. You're a long way from home.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice when things work out like that. Honestly, I'm really hoping that a drop off is a way easier thing to do than a hit. Because I was offering a hit. I want to spend $400.
Catches not to get caught, which means we need to get it in and out without anybody seeing us. No one can know how this got to its location. When he handed the briefcase to me, how heavy did it feel?
It felt to be about, well, it was definitely heavier than it looked. It was a pretty heavy duty briefcase. You didn't see any manufacturer marks on the briefcase itself. It was one of those molded plastic ones.
Mhm.
It's all just like one piece. The lock was a bioscan, and you did not see him thumb it or anything. So it's not his bioscan.
So he had a job to get it there, needed somebody to transport it. And we are the patsies. Well, if this is what I think it is, we'll get blamed for it. Which means I'm not walking it in the front door and just putting it on the desk.
You just wanted it in the lobby. It didn't say
Yeah.
where.
I can do that pretty easily.
So can I, that's what I do.
I mean, on the building side, I slip in and out.
So can I, that's what I do.
Oh, great. Then we're both great at it.
Sneaky gets.
Rock, paper, scissors?
No. This is a family thing, I'll do it.
No, this is a group thing. This is not a family thing for any tribe of nomads. This is us. There is no singular more important than the other.
Meanwhile, Mr. Bones is that Mr. Incredible meme. Biz is biz. So as you're driving along, Night City doesn't feel any different, but given that you are now wanted, the shadows are darker and less welcoming. The lights are harsher. It's one of those things that it's no longer, Night City was never friendly. It was never safe. But now it almost feels unfamiliar. You get to the upper marina. I wonder what the hell they're doing. Oh yeah, by this point, sorry, Magic, you definitely have internet service. You guys all have cell service.
And no new messages. Wonderful. Wonderful.
You get an email asking you about your arms extended warranty from
I message back going, "How did you find me?" And then
The
they
email
respond with,
bounces.
"Baskin Robbins always finds out."
Baskin Robbins. The email bounces.
Of course it does. I'm not actually sending it. Just
How did you find me? Okay. So you guys head to the giraffe offices first, or do you head back to Carnage Heights, back to the precipice, back home?
I need a map of the area to know where the building is in compared to Carnage Heights and Broken Bones.
It's it's on the Glen side, like about here-ish.
it's just a little past Carnage Heights.
Yeah, it's just a little past Carnage Heights.
And is there a nomad place somewhere in that area so I can get Sheila a new paint job? I need to get her to look at least different to the visuals.
Oh crap, there was my brain's trying to remember. It was probably in the old combat zone.
Yeah,
I remember there was a
really what I
nomad.
thought.
There was a nomad place that you dropped off one of the cars at.
Okay.
It was a place in town.
I thought there was, so
Red is going to float the idea. Actually, I'm going to float the idea. Just drop me off. I'll get this to the rest of the way. You get your car new paint job. And then we all meet back at Carnage Heights.
Magic is gonna look at exit really quick. Do you have anything you might need to do really quick?
Mm. Nothing that really requires me going anywhere.
Would you mind coming with me?
I can
There's
do that.
something I need. There's a lead I need to check out.
I can do that.
So, where are you going, Magic?
After a lead that she's been meaning to go after for a while, and now she has kind of an excuse to go after it since people are going separate ways.
Yeah, okay. Always split the party.
That's like our secondary motto. Our first motto is break my game.
Yeah.
No,
Really?
first is be nice to each other.
No, you're right. First is be nice to each other. Second is break my game.
That's not a rule. That's a directive. So you do it or else. It's not something you can break. It's something you have to do. We'll find you.
Yes.
Be nice to each other, or else.
Yeah. I always like to be nice to each other and yourselves, you bastards.
Be nice.
I like the bastards bit, but that's because I'm insane.
This is a threat.
do we any of the Rotten Johnny outfits left?
Of the ones that you know of, the Chippin' In is still pretty much the prominent one. Most booster gang bars.
No, outfits.
No, outfits.
Clothes.
Their costumes are
Red has some generic chic clothing in his gear bag.
specifically I want Rotten Johnny's.
Yeah, you would have to. Do we have? There was. I'm sorry, it's been a month.
I know that's
I had a stroke in between the last time we talked about this stuff. Sleep tattoos and bad fashion sense. Because you had the costumes that you used. For that one thing. But you gave those back to Marcus, the tickle trunk. Yeah.
okay.
Red was literally planning to go through the vents and just leave it in the ventilation shaft of inside the lobby, and then just leave.
All right. So,
Still in the lobby.
as I understand, Magic, you have something you need to go check out, a lead. Correct?
Yeah.
Exit, are you going with Magic?
Yes.
Okay. We have Kraken in the back of the truck. Lance, you and I are going to go into the combat zone to get Sheila a facelift and to roll a couple of Rotten Johnnies for their clothes.
Oh, you've mentioned one of my favorite things.
And then, while Magic is following her lead and has plausible deniability, you and I will go to the Giraffe Center and deliver a package.
Sounds good. And Red thinks for just a second. Just
I saw that, Magic.
Oh no, that was Sarah reacting to something else. I'll
Red
tell you
does-
guys after session.
Red thinks for a moment and goes, you know, they're both equally wanted. Just go with the Red. Lance is Lance.
In for
Red's
a
the
penny.
preferred one.
So,
Sorry, it's a comp. I'll give you the talk about why I do name changes as we're getting Sheila the facelift.
so you guys drive down to the old combat zone, which is surprisingly quiet this time of night. You know, usually it's mostly bullets and body counts, but it's a little weird right now. You go into this garage and it's like every stereotypical biker garage you've ever been to. There's rock blasting from an old stereo that sounds really, really tinny because it has no bass. Everybody is at least 55, 60 years old and has like a big bushy beard or some variation of such. A lot of leather jackets, a lot of people talking about, you know, old times. Or, do you remember Digger? Yeah, I remember Digger. That gonk got shot up so bad on, you know, stuff like that.
Oh, you remember when? Ah, oh, yeah, I remember when. Remember. Yeah.
They've told each other these stories like dozens of times. We'll wait till Shane gets back till we find out what kind of truck. There we are. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. So how do you repaint this bad boy or bad girl?
I'm sorry, Sheila, but we've got a job to do. We need a really tacky van.
Are you looking minivan or like sponsored content van?
Johnny Silverhand's van.
Oh, hey Rembrandt, we got a custom job for you, buddy.
The Rocker Johnnies?
From what you guys assumed was a pile of paint cans and empty cans of Smash, this absolutely withered human being kind of like arises from it. His hair is in all sorts of different colors, looks like accidental sprays. His fingers are stained permanently. He's got a little silver patch right here nobody talks about. And he's got this wild look in his eyes like, I get to paint shit. What do I get to paint? Give me the paint. The paint. The paint.
You Rembrandt?
Rembrandt.
I need this to be Johnny-fied.
Ooh. And he starts thinking.
Give us a samurai special.
You can see that the train of thought has left the station, but you don't know when the ATA is. And it takes you a few minutes, or it takes him a few minutes. An entire song plays on the radio as you watch this guy just sort of dissociate. And he's like, I got it. Come back in the morning and she'll be done. I'm gonna need more spray paint. Starts walking away.
Cool. Well, can I borrow that pipe wrench? Or tire iron? I just need some blunt clubbish thing.
The store owner kind of gives you a weird look. It's like, you're not looking to rob the place, are you?
No, just mug some people.
Nobody here though, right?
No, of course
None of
not.
my customers. You're not gonna mess with my customers.
Why would I do that? You seem a very friendly gentleman. I would hate to cause any disruption to your business in any way, shape, or form.
Lance, we got to get Kraken home. If Sheila's going to be here overnight getting her facelift.
Yeah. Okay. That first.
As you
I think I
finish
got a
that
sock full of
sentence-
butter at home, anyways.
As you finish that sentence, you holy shit, there's a guy in here.
I'll go get him.
Why exactly are you inside my truck?
He kind of looks at it, he's like, what kind of question is that? I gotta know the truck before I can paint the truck.
He's gonna lick your truck, man.
His eyes start looking in two different directions. You hear Kraken from inside. I like this man.
You can swap toad-looking stories later.
I don't lick toads, man. Them frogs. Frogs are weird. He just starts rambling off to himself as Kraken.
Sheila is a lady. Treat her as such.
Oh, she's gonna be more than a lady when I'm done.
You sure you want to get your truck painted at this place?
What does that mean?
I don't think I want to know.
I think I do know,
I'm-
and I don't want to.
Morbidly curious.
How shall I put this? She shall be unknown by man upon my return.
Good sir, I would never.
Treat her like a lady.
He's teetering as you're talking to him, like this frail stick of a man. He's going to paint the shit out of your truck.
Paint to your heart's content. Kraken, let's get you to a bed that's not inside of Sheila.
Okay.
As I grab my baseball bat out of Sheila.
But that's the kind of clubbish thing I need. Yeah. It's
Okay.
yours, though. And we start walking Kraken back to Carnage Heights.
All right. Exit and magic.
Um,
Back at the at the precipice. When you get there, it doesn't look like the Johnnies have been here, but it has that same vibe. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember his bloody name. It's been so long.
Chester?
Chester, thank you. He is
Cheese
sitting-
man?
the cheese man.
You know, cheetah, cheese, whatever. I'm tired.
No, the totally different cheese man. You're talking to a Buffy fan.
No, I knew that was going to happen the second I said it. I'm just.
Yeah. He's sitting outside his unit again. He's having a beer. Sees you guys. He's like, "Cops, we're here."
Sorry.
What the hell happened?
Job went massively sideways. Now we're kind of wanted.
No better place than the combat zone. If you had any drugs, they're gone.
Yeah, no. At least I didn't.
Okay.
Some squid armed fellow's going to be very disappointed.
Yeah. You guys head to your unit and you see Tommy and Gina kind of like sitting on their front steps. You know, they look intensely bored. And for the first time ever, they're sober. Like they look like two deflated balloon animals. Like just
yeah, magic gives them a wave. I have to find this lead. I gotta follow this first.
two sad dogs sitting on the front steps. So you're now in the privacy of your unit.
Exit quickly messages Bones,
Okay.
and gives him an update with as little detail as possible, while still letting him know everything he needs to know.
Yeah, he you see the Mr. Bones is typing, and you see Mr. Bones is typing more. And it actually says in your little message window, Mr. Bones is typing furiously. And then all you get is, "Thanks for the update. Holy crap. You guys are going to have to fix this yourself. I'm a little busy."
I didn't expect you to fix it for me. We're trying to figure it out. Yeah.
I would just like to point out very quickly that Kraken is going to send a text to Mr. Bones later that is filled with information that he doesn't need, doesn't tell him anything he wants to know. Is the exact inverse of what Exit just texted. And gods do we love him for it.
I love Kraken's text messages to Bones. They're hilarious. Like truly way too funny. Yeah, you get a basically the Mr. Bones version of the happy storyteller gif picture. And yeah, and then another picture of what looks like a little skeleton on fire running in a circle.
What's that one mean, buddy?
Gotta go, bye.
Later, skater.
Does magic have the location of the lead?
Remind me of the lead, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna spoil it. Oh well. Fate is alive.
Oh, Fate is alive. You again, it's one of those nebulous things. You're finding it's like if Red Death knew, you'd have the thread board. You know.
Yeah, but she's been doing the thread board on her phone basically this
phone.
whole time, like
Yeah.
hiding it.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of if you like kind of blow it out, it's a whole bunch of threads leading to dead ends. You know he's alive, and your information makes you think he's in Night City.
But I don't have any closer or
I'm sorry, honestly, I had completely forgotten about this.
no, it's okay.
I'm just gonna fall back to the standard. I had a stroke.
No, like fully understandable.
Uh
I
should
can
really
roll
have
for
said-
it if you want.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what to roll for, and I've got too many things open. We'll go with education library search because this is you looking up information.
20.
Yeah. You honest GM moment. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Buffering.
Yep.
Your searches on the city net have been mostly obvious. You're looking for like corporate hits. You're looking for, hitting up fixers for information on professional assassins. A
Kind of
lot
why
of
she asked exit.
yeah, and as well as also, just trying to look for things that fit Red Death's MO. With the recent problems with the White Ghost and whoever the dude in black is, you've got a little bit more. And it's
She
pretty
would also include in that search anyone that looked like a Red Death victim.
yeah. Give me a criminology check, also an education, and exit. Give me a streets local expert.
18.
18.
The rolls are fire tonight.
Right.
Some of them dumpster fire, but most of them.
Dumpster fire.
Not dumpster fire.
All's okay.
Now, if I could roll streetwise, that might be a different story.
So you kind of look through unsolved murders. You specifically look for periods where you weren't in Night City, and the trail's pretty it's pretty solid. Pretty much every time you guys were outside of Night City, somebody died. It was always a secondary kill that was made to disguise the poisoning. You have the chemical composition because it got posted online by some jackass. And if you had access to Night City Police Department files, you'd get better results. But right now, you're pretty much like, it's basically that scene in the movie where they're at the library looking through the microfiche.
Yeah.
Kind of just looking through headlines. Exit assassinations aren't really your gig. You're more of a procurer, solver of problems than you are someone to look for a knife. That's pretty much where it gets you.
Is there anything else I could do to be useful? I'm not finding much.
I haven't wanted to tell Red yet that I might have a lead on this guy because this is all I have. Ghost stories and possibilities.
Well, at least you're leading with something.
I was just hoping to find just an area, even a hobo camp that we might go to and see if somebody knows information.
It's risky.
We've done
given-
riskier.
You guys have done
Yeah.
so much riskier.
Is my car still here? Like, is my van still here?
The second vehicle, because the van got trashed in the executive zone.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got a second kind of a boring everyday sedan.
Yeah. And it's not licensed or registered to me.
The person who it's licensed and registered to is someone you may know. You know, you might have met them on the street once. Probably more often now that they don't have a car.
I'm just like it's not identifiable
It's
as my
like
car.
it's like looking at a Corolla,
Yeah.
a beige Corolla in the middle of any sort of Western U.S. city.
Mhm.
It's just another vehicle.
Well, for safety, I'm gonna make myself look a bit less recognizable.
Tactical boredom.
And she kind of just changes her outfit and hopes that putting her hair up will change it a little bit.
Change your look. Magic, it's as easy of just pressing a couple buttons on her agent.
Yeah, she changes her full look. Because she went back to her old one. So yeah, she's probably gone redhead with like very much, she looks like a ginger with like the red hair and the freckles here and very pale skin, bright green eyes. And she's probably going to actually look through her costume stuff and find an outfit that's a little more country, so that she looks like she isn't even from Night City.
Yeah. Basically,
While she's doing that, Exit is like actually putting makeup on. She doesn't have buttons to press that'll change her appearance drastically, so she's doing her best.
yeah.
I'm saying this, and I don't mean to be incredibly gross saying this, but how effective are you trying to avert the male gaze away from your face?
I know where that's going.
AKA, how much are you showing off the goods?
Which one of us are you asking?
Yeah.
I'm asking Exit specifically. Magic does the buttons thing, and everything's fine. Like, I imagine she even has buttons that would change everything. Yeah.
It's just skin.
I'd say Exit's bazoombas are a bit more out than usual. Like, they're more out than usual because she usually has like a top that goes like up to here. So the goods are showing.
Sorry, I'm looking at chat, and the only thing I can think are Metal Gear Solid pants.
Who's doing the tier 4?
That's what Red Death's got on. The full skin suit. With armor plates here and there. Anywho. Robotics, the gun show. So yeah, you two sort of get dressed up. What is the plan?
Go to last known location and and see what I can find.
Okay.
And we're taking the vehicle.
Okay. So the last location that you got a decent beat on was you heard rumors that some guy was going to the afterlife, hiring out assassins, killers for hire. And it's one of those things like he's really popular with the Arasaka crowd,
Mm-hmm.
Corporate assassins, especially Arasaka corporate assassins. They love to go for that, woo-woo, fancy, cryptic, ninja bullshit because why not? It's Arasaka. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
So the afterlife is one of those places that it's the best known bar in Night City. If you live on the edge at all, you've heard of this place. It's going without the rest of your crew almost feels like cheating because it's like going to, Madison Square Gardens or, going to like some really fancy club. Like it's the best place in town. Everybody who's anybody goes there. This is the club. And you guys decide to go by yourselves, just the two of you?
Magic feels like she can't tell red right now.
And Exit said she'd help Magic. So she has switched from like her tactical wear and like no makeup to looking like a sexy goth girl. So she's hoping that that changes enough because she doesn't have the buttons.
Okay. Unless anybody has anything else, I'm actually going to call it here because a trip to the afterlife is 110% something that needs its own session. It's not something I'm going to go into unprepared. We're going to the afterlife, baby.
Is Magic going to send a text? Maybe. And that's it.
So yeah, I'm going to call it early tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Scarred. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Ruth. And thank you, Kevin, for producing. Really appreciated you guys in the chat too. Back Kyle got me a few times.
Best part was when I got you once, and I was really happy about that.
So yes, thank you guys in the chat. Thank you back, Kyle. If you're watching on the VOD or on YouTube, please hit the like button because if you watched this far, I'm gonna assume you thought it was okay. Leave a comment too. I do read them. I really appreciate the comments you guys leave. Hit the notification button on YouTube if you're watching there because then you can find out when we're putting episodes up, which is like all the time because we got lots of shows. I don't have my outro video or note up here, so let me get to that. I think I got everybody. I did. So my least favorite part of the night and also kind of the best part because I get to say stuff to you guys, the viewers. Until next time, please, and this is a threat, be nice to each other.
Let y'all.
Bye.